Good day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Division. That's right, today we're going to be dividing these two numbers right there, looking for our quotient. Now, before we start, I'd like to point out, as always, that this can be written as a fraction, because remember that line says divided by. So if we read it top to bottom, we got 2,236 divided by 26. I just tend to like to write it like this, though. We put the top on the inside and the bottom on the outside, and we have our division problem. So let's dive right into it. First thing I'm going to ask is, how many times will 26 go into 2? Well, it won't go into 2, so then we extend the line. How many times will 26 go into 22? Well, it won't go into 22, so we extend the line. And then we ask ourselves, how many times will 26 go into 223? Now, if you don't happen to know, you can just do 223 divided on your calculator by 26, and I know that it'll go about 8 times. So I'm going to put an 8 up there. 8 times 26 is going to be 208. So now I can put 208 just below the 223. And I can do my subtraction. Let me go ahead and clean that up. So let's do our subtraction. Let's get a different color. How about red? There we go. And then I say, well, how many times? Let's say I got a bar right there. Now I got 13 minus 8. I know that 13 minus 8 is going to be 5. This is now a 1. 1 minus nothing is 1. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. Now remember, I can immediately bring down the number to the right. In this case, it's a 6. And now I have 156. The question I have for you is, how many times will 26 go into 156? If you don't know off the top of your head, you can use your calculator and type in 156 divided by 26, and it'll tell you, oh, it's going to go 6 times exactly. So look at this. Then we end up with 6 times 26 is exactly 156. And we can do our subtraction. 156 decreased by itself is 0, and we're done. So the quotient, my friends, is 86.